Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome to my YouTube channel. I make videos all about intentional living because for most of my life I've just felt really unhappy and really stressed and overwhelmed, and like I don't have any control over how I feel and the things that happen to me. And I've been really tired of feeling like that, and I want to make changes. So I'm embarking on my intentional living journey because I want to live a life that feels peaceful, that feels calm, and that feels good and right, and that doesn't feel overwhelming and rushed and like I'm on autopilot and not in control. So I make videos about the things that I'm learning and the things that I'm experiencing, and I want to share my journey with you. So I hope you enjoy this video. I wanted to update you on my vegan journey. A lot of you guys know that I'm no longer vegan. So I was vegan for about a year and a half. It was a tough journey. I was truthful and I documented my journey on my YouTube channel. To be honest, that year and a half, it was difficult, but it was a great learning experience as well. And the reason why I decided to stop being vegan was because I just didn't really feel like it was intuitively me. It didn't feel natural, even though I was doing it for such a long time. So, people say that, after you become vegan, give it a while and then your body will start craving all those animal-based products. My body didn't stop craving all those things. The cravings just continued and continued and continued. And that's why I ended up feeling like I was just denying myself on what I truly, deeply, intuitively wanted. And it just made me feel a bit miserable and down after a while. And I just felt like, I just started to think like, why am I doing this? Am I doing this because I want to appear like the perfect, spiritual, intuitive, connected with nature person on social media? Am I doing this for myself because I truly want to do this? I just started to question, why am I doing this? And why am I doing something which makes me feel, or which doesn't make me feel great? And I just reached the decision that, you know what, this isn't for me. Doing this long term isn't for me. And I started to search for alternatives, like if I'm not vegan, like what does this mean? What am I? I was considering the paleo diet. I was looking at Ayurvedic living and Ayurvedic eating, and then I came across VB6, Vegan Before 6. And as I started to read about it and watch videos about it and listen to talks about it, I was really, really intrigued because VB6, it still advocates plant-based eating, but it's just not as extreme or hardcore as fully pledged vegan. I just knew that this whole vegan thing, it just wasn't for me. Like I had tried and tried and tried, and I just had to come to admit that it just wasn't making me happy. It wasn't for me. So I knew that I no longer wanted to be vegan, but I definitely still wanted to follow a diet where where there were still rules and structures to keep me in control so that I just wouldn't, completely lose control and eat horribly. I'm a person where I need structure and rules to abide by, kind of thing. And I did truly still believe in eating a mainly plant-based diet because of the health reasons, the impacts on the environment, stuff like that. So I came across VB6 in my whole search for, okay, if I'm not vegan, then what am I? What can I do? And I'm aware that veganism is not a diet because it extends beyond the food that you eat. So what is VB6? Essentially, it's eating vegan before 6, and then after 6 you can eat whatever you want. It was Mark Bittman who came up with this. So he is a food journalist, so like for years and years and years he's been writing about food and restaurants and stuff like that. So he I think it's safe to say that he's a food professional. He knows a lot about food, and he went and visited his doctor one day, and his doctor told him, look Mark, your health is not in the state it should be, and in order for you to lose weight and get back in, I guess, to rectify your bad health, you should become vegan. And Mark was like, I can't become vegan, like it's totally unrealistic for me, it's unappealing, I don't want to become vegan. He just wasn't really feeling it. So he created this kind of like middle ground, like, okay, well, I'm gonna eat vegan for most of the day, but for one meal a day, I'm gonna allow myself to eat what I want. And he did it, and he tried it, and his health dramatically improved. And he lost a lot of weight as well. And I can't remember the numbers, but he explains it in his VB6 book, which I actually got. So he wrote a book about it, and he's done a ton of talks about being vegan before 6 p.m. And you can find lots of those talks on YouTube. So Mark created VB6 because he wanted choice and flexibility in his life. And choice and flexibility was what I was looking for when I was becoming to realise that veganism wasn't for me. Not only did he want choice and flexibility, but he still wanted structure and, you know, discipline and commitment. And I feel that VB6 offers that, because you can't just eat whatever you want all day long. You still got to follow rules. But you can still be flexible and eat what you desire in the evenings. I've been doing VB6, I think, ever since I stopped being vegan. So it's been about 4 months now. And what I really like about VB6 is that the actual time of the day doesn't matter. But the reason why it's 6 p.m. is because 6 p.m. and onwards is when most people tend to eat their last meal of the day, and it's also the most likely time of the day where we eat with other people and where we drink and socialize and where we just want to enjoy ourselves and chillax after work. So I guess, like, realistically speaking, it's the most likely time or most likely meal of the day, dinner, when we will probably fall off our good eating habits, or if we're vegan, it's probably the most likely meal where we'll feel tempted to eat non-vegan stuff. So that's why he's chosen 6 p.m, but the number doesn't have any special or spiritual meaning. Nothing happens to our bodies. Our bodies don't start suddenly doing something magical at 6 p.m. It's just because dinner is the time where we like to socialize, and I guess for most of us, it's actually the meal that we tend to look forward to the most, because we want to enjoy it with friends and family, and therefore having that flexibility only works naturally. It's like a no-brainer, really. So the actual time of the day doesn't matter. So if you have your dinner at 5:30 p.m, then yours will be VB5:30. But also what VB6 says is that during the day, and this is where the structure and the commitment and the discipline comes in to still rein us in and stop us from going completely off track and eating absolutely horrid things. So during the day, we should be eating only plant-based meals. So VB6 really encourages people generally to eat more plants, so to eat more fresh foods, more local foods, if possible more organic foods, more grains, more vegetables, more beans, stuff like that, and to also try and eat smaller portions if possible, especially if you're thinking about losing weight. And then it also emphasises that we should try to eat less processed, junk, packaged foods, because it's all about improving our health as well, and just making that small change. So making just 2 of your meals vegan has a massive impact on your health. You probably wouldn't think it, but that alone, just changing those 2 meals a day, makes a massive impact on your health and can actually help you lose weight. I have really enjoyed it. I'm not saying that it's totally easy and I have no more temptations or struggles anymore, because I know at dinner time I can eat whatever I'm craving for. But it really resonates with me, because on the VB6 diet, there is no such thing as failure. And if you remember, I made a video when I stopped being vegan about feeling like a failure because I felt like I'd let myself and all of my followers down by, you know, giving up on my vegan journey. But in the VB6 diet, there is no such thing as failure. So if you overindulge one day, you just simply get back on track the next day. You know, if you happen to eat a non-vegan meal in the morning, for example, like a bacon and egg and sausage breakfast or English breakfast, then just simply make up for it in the evening and make your dinner the vegan meal. So it's just really, really nice because it's flexible and it's just not rigid and strict like I feel veganism is. And it's not overly strict in the sense that if you're on holiday or if you're going to a weekend barbecue, it just allows you to enjoy yourself in the moment. So if you're on holiday, you can eat non-vegan meals no matter what time of day it is, because you know when you come back home, when you fly back home, you're going to go back to your VB6 diet. A lot of you guys, especially if you're vegan, will just think like, oh my god, this whole VB6 thing sounds like complete crap. Because a lot of you, I guess a lot of vegans have the all or nothing mentality, but for me, this works and this feels a lot more comfortable than trying to fit myself in the whole vegan lifestyle. It just wasn't working for me. Like, my body just didn't get used to it, even though I thought it would after a year and a half. And I just felt like I wasn't able to enjoy life to the max in the way that I define enjoying life to the max, because I was denying myself of the things that I truly wanted. And you know, I'm aware, I guess we're all on our own individual journeys, like we're all learning things about ourselves, and some of us will reach different conclusions, some of us will go in different directions, but I think as long as we're all on this path of like bettering ourselves and, you know, trying to become just more, I guess, connected to ourselves and to nature, and, you know, just trying to live better lives, become better people. I think that's the ultimate goal, and how each of us do that, whether one of us becomes vegan, whether one of us decides to become pescatarian, whether one of us eats whatever the heck we want, I don't really think that's what the scrutiny should be on. I think the scrutiny should be on who are we becoming as people, and how are we affecting those around us, and are we improving the world and making the world a better place. That's what I think is the most important thing in all of this kind of like lifestyle change journeys that we're on. So yeah, that is my experience of the whole VB6 diet. I'm gonna definitely continue it, and if you want me to, I can keep you updated with how I'm getting on. Let me know if you want me to give you updates in the comment section. Just leave a quick comment that you'd like me to keep you updated with how I'm finding it. And also, if you're considering VB6, if you're considering becoming vegan before 6, or if you're considering, if you've been trying out the vegan journey and if you've been really struggling, or if you've been really loving it and finding it easy, let me know in the comment section, because I'd love to hear different people's opinions and experiences of the whole vegan lifestyle. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks for your time, and don't forget to check out my blog agaveafro.com and follow me on Instagram agaveafro, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on all of these videos that I'm creating to keep you inspired and motivated on your own awakening journey. So yeah, I will see you soon in my next video. Take care and God bless. Bye.